Hello Pisces, welcome to your reading for the 7th until the 14th of March 2026. And as always, it's going to be general, so please take what resonates and leave the rest, okay? Let's welcome in the archangels, ascended masters, light beings, spirit guides, our higher selves, any animal, ancestral, or dragon guides as well that you may feel resonant with at the moment. Pisces are also welcome. So let's see what's going to jump out here for something that's happened recently for you. We've got two cards right here, right now. The Emperor and the Tower. So I think you've had a realization here, Pisces, about your sovereignty. Something you've realized about it. And we're just going to grab some cards now to look at something that you're doing at the moment, probably with regard to that, okay? We've also just pulled the Knight of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords, but we'll talk about those in a moment. The Hierophant, well, one thing you're doing about it is you are meditating on it and you are allowing that energy to filter through. So you're aligning with it, okay? You're aligning with this, and not only that, you are getting the downloads, okay? You are moving into higher consciousness, and this is probably it's probably feeling for you, Pisces, like quite a spiritual phase for you, okay? It's probably, given the Hierophant, you could actually be meditating. Maybe you are doing some yoga. That's what this person's doing. I always ask each deck which part of the reading they'd like to be in, and I get yes or no sort of from them. And this deck wanted to be here for this part of the reading. So, you know, maybe you are doing some yoga or something like that at the moment. Some practice that's aligning you and helping you to meditate, come into a focused state of mind. Ace of Swords. Also, perhaps you're using your communication skills, you know, your intelligence. Maybe you're doing something with technology. But you're kind of, getting the insights and the downloads as well, I think. So some underlying themes. This is the Knight of Pentacles and the Tower again. So I think what's happening here, Pisces, is that Tower twice in your reading, is that I think you're possibly receiving like aha moments, or you're kind of getting some info coming in. Because the Tower can be about insights or coming down to earth, like just realigning, whatever that sifting process of dissolving things that no longer serve you, okay? And I think this is an underlying theme, is that as you go through this moving into your empowerment, you're able to do that because you are also able to transmute low frequencies, or you're able to move beyond the low frequencies and to dissolve them. And this is, you know, also allowing you to take those steps for forward momentum. Knight of Pentacles, okay? Making plans, planting the seeds of something that's going to develop. Interestingly enough here, is that your general future direction here is Knight of Pentacles again. Okay, so this is, you know, out in the field, you've actually planted those seeds, metaphorically and symbolically speaking, okay, which could be, the seeds of a project, the seeds of an idea, and you are going to be tending to that and watching them grow, okay. The other interesting thing here, the general direction, is that, you know, Eight of Swords, you will be breaking free from this, but also getting a more accurate view of yourself here, because this person here, she's not bound, okay, but she's looking at a reflection and that's what she's seeing. But I feel like for you, Pisces, that this is sort of going to be reversed. It's almost like you're going to be looking at this part of you, which was like the old way, the disempowered way, because just recently you moved into Emperor energy, right? So this person here is more an Emperor, and that's what you are in at the moment, Pisces, because it's just recently happened for you, according to the positions of the cards here. So it's interesting because you're also going to notice times when you feel like this, or it's like you're letting go of that completely and moving into, you know, just being able to be really objective about that whole experience of feeling limited. And yeah, but you're getting so much clearer now. Okay, Ace of Swords. This is what you're doing at the moment. You're getting clearer, and I really like the connection between this now, because see how she's bound by cords and that. It's almost like you got this sword in. You're doing this cord cutting, Pisces. Okay, you're cutting all these cords of, you know, limiting self-belief. Perhaps there were perhaps there were beliefs that you were ascribing to that weren't really serving you, or that, you know, and you were probably aware of this as when it was happening as well. But you're kind of really now gathering the means, the ways and the means to break free from that, okay? Let's grab some cards now for some specific possible outcomes and some challenges. Oh, these cards are jumping. That's interesting. So, yeah, you may also be seeing crows at the moment. Yeah, it's hard to tell whether it could be that these crows are trying to get the binds off of her, you know, or off of you, Pisces. So this could also be something to do with the higher consciousness or the spirit realms. Maybe there's a spirit animal, maybe crows could be a spirit animal for you, coming in to kind of help you to release those binds, okay? Yeah, now you have the Nine of Wands. And it says, don't give up, protect that which you've created. Have courage and believe in yourself. Yes, Pisces. So if you felt restricted in the past for whatever reason, or limited, then, you know, I think you are now, because you've got this Emperor here, you are believing in yourself, and it's just a matter of continuing with that, okay? Okay, wow, this is a lot of fire here. You also got the Four of Fire, so this is celebration. So self-belief is going to lead to celebratory phase or a celebratory event, okay? It says here, contentment, peace and abundance, yep. A happy home life, the successful completion of a project, yes, bang on. And I feel that, you know, if this is to do with career or a project or, you know, a lifestyle, something like that, this is specifically it's likely that you're going to be successful in achieving what it is that you're wanting to achieve. You also have the Six of Fire, wow, which is success. This is that's actually in the position of your challenge. I'll just grab one off the bottom here. Page of Earth, which is the Page of Pentacles. So let's just talk about this. We'll read the bottom here. It says victory, good news is on its way, public recognition or awards. So this was successful completion of a project. You know, the challenge cards are always held in potential, but there could just be something that's blocking your perception of this. So whatever you are doing, Pisces, it has potential to be successful, okay? And to be recognized as successful. And we're going to get some spirit guidance on how you can, I guess, release a block to that belief or to that idea. No doubt you have times where you're like, yes, this is going to be successful, but you may have other times where you're like, I don't know. And, you know, maybe you go back into this limiting idea here that, no, it can't be successful, right? So let's look at this Page of Earth as well, Page of Pentacles. Scholarly, dependable, patient and successful. And I think this is a task of patience for you, Pisces. I feel like this is a patience thing coming through, because you have this meditative energy here, which is really about focusing the mind, okay, and being in alignment and trusting that. Knight of Pentacles is a slow, steady energy, so you are having to be patient at this time, and you have Knight of Pentacles twice in your reading, okay. Let's read the bottom here. It says, good news about financial matters, wanting to do something more challenging, a new area of study. Interesting. yeah. So it could be this newness here that is a challenge for you as well, Pisces. Maybe at times you're like, you understand that in order to move forward on this thing into your Emperor energy, that it's going to allow you to use all your talent, skills and abilities and all your perceptive abilities, your sensitivities, your spirit connections and all that sort of stuff. But there may be a part of it where you have to learn something like a skill in order to I guess, bring it down into the physical, okay, so that other people can benefit from it. And you could have moments of like, really, do I have to learn all that? Right? And this is like the page, the newness, which could be a challenge for you at times of that idea of having to learn something new. But it's actually probably only a small part of the whole thing that you're doing. But yeah, and if you can keep going through this, Pisces, it's going to be successful. All right, let's get some spirit guidance for Pisces. Thanks, Spirit. Spirit guidance for Pisces. 9 of Pentacles. So that is also about trusting, continuing with, a great work-life balance for yourself, doing what works, looking after yourself, and sort of really focusing your energy. The 9 of Pentacles is about that nice balance between success, abundance, but also understanding that in order to achieve that balance and great lifestyle, it's through focusing on and doing that which you are passionate about, that brings you inspiration, and also finances. And we did say here there was something about good news about financial matters. Okay, so I think you need to be believing, Pisces, if that resonates, is that this can be financially lucrative, whatever it is that you're involved in. It may not be at the moment. That could be something that you're wrestling with, but down the track it could well be. This is 9 of Pentacles, so that's pretty good. Now you have 2 4 energies. Okay, Spirit's sort of saying 4 of Swords and 4 of Cups. So this is about thoughts and feelings. Okay, so this is about those times where you perhaps the motivation's going to drop off, Pisces, or you're going to feel you're going to focus on the idea. Okay, when I say idea, you might be focusing on the idea that it's not going to be successful, that it won't bring in, it won't allow you to have a lifestyle, and it won't be sustainable. Maybe you're looking to do this thing as a job, like as a career that will bring you income, right? So if you're focusing on that idea, okay, then that's going to take your attention away from this cup here, okay? And this is the cup energy, the water. We're going to get some, look at the bottoms of the decks as well. But this could be that which is inspiring you, okay? But Spirit's also saying that when you go into these mood states, it's to kind of apply this idea of meditation. Again, we have the 4 of Swords here. So this is like just rest. Really tune into whatever it is you're doing at the moment, Pisces, which is spirit connection, but really focusing the mind. So it's about when this low motivation drops in, focus, still the mind, and then almost reorient your state of consciousness. And you're able to do this, Pisces, because you're highly creative and you're intuitive and sensitive, okay? So you're going to be able to intuit what you need to do in order to focus your attention back onto this beautiful cup of inspiration, spirituality, creativity, joy, happiness. And Spirit's also saying, to do whatever brings you into that state. This is a mer person here with the cup. So the element of water, perhaps immersing yourself in water, Pisces. You are a water sign, okay? So water is probably going to feel really healing for you. So take a shower, a beautiful bath, like a swim, or even just drinking some water, or drink more water. That could be a thing too. But, this is going to help you with your moving forward and bringing into actuality, this success, this financial abundance, this celebration, okay, you know, this is specific outcome, this beautiful, you know, believing in yourself, having courage and moving forward, 9 of fire. This is like almost the calling card for this whole reading, okay. You know, it says don't give up. Protect that which you've created, because you have created something already, Pisces. And the other thing too is if you've been alive for quite a few years, you have a whole lot of experience, wisdom and knowledge that you have gleaned and from all of your experiences, okay? And protect that which you've created. Have courage and believe in yourself. Yeah, this is it. And this is the beautiful meditative Four of Swords. And that's sort of repeating those earlier cards of the energies that you're doing at the moment, the things that you are, well, you know, you've recently realized what you need to be doing in order to move into your sovereignty or your empowerment here. And you are integrating that, okay? Four of Cups again. So it's looking like that low motivation could be a challenge for you, Pisces, okay? But like we've just mentioned, you have the creativity and the sensitivity and the spirit connections as well to navigate and work through that. Three of Swords. So this is your healing. And part of that healing process, the Eight of Swords is, this is harkening back to healing too. Okay. When we're in this state, predominantly, we're feeling limited. It's like we are in need of healing. Okay. So Pisces, if you've had a lot of that sort of going on in your life in the past, just know that at the moment you are going through some healing as well with regard to that. So it could be challenging at times, but slow and steady gets this done, as does Earth connection. You know, the Knight of Pentacles. I really like how that's in your reading twice. That Earth energy, but you also have fire. So it's that fire of passion and motivation and inspiration that's going to carry you forward as well. But grounding is going to be important, okay? Three of Earth, Three of Pentacles, very creative energy. Okay, this is awesome. It says the power of creativity, yes, and that's something else you can tune into here with this cup. You know, this is the cup of creativity. Okay, and this lady here as well. There's someone here giving her a cup full of rainbows and she's looking over here. Right, so this is the cup of creativity. That's the one that you want. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I just took that 4 off and we have the Ace of Swords directly under that. Look at that. High consciousness. All right, Pisces. So, and you also have the 3 of Cups. Like joy there. Sorry, I'm jumping ahead. But, you know, the Ace of Swords, that's also something, Pisces, that you're going to be able to tap into. This spirit connection, your own higher self, okay? Yeah, so we're back on the power of creativity. Recognition for very high quality work, Pisces. Okay, recognition for very high quality work. Yeah, you're masterful at what you are doing at the moment. Okay, and if you don't feel like you're masterful enough, like you soon will be, because okay, this could be a challenge to learn some new things in order to get the job done. But hey, it's going to be worth it, right? Yeah, be a team player, it's also suggesting there. So there could be a time where if you're not collaborating with others at the moment, perhaps down the track, you might need to look at that. And to finish, the card to finish, none other than the Empress, which is the icing on the cake for you, Pisces. Abundance. Okay, new life, earth connection, the finances that you need, the stability that you're looking for, the ability to be creative and to sustain that as a lifestyle, I think. Yeah, this is just awesome for you. Yeah, this is a really great reading for you, Pisces. There is some challenge in there with that 4 of Cups, but, you know, and the 8 of Swords, but you've got it. You know, you understand all of those states and you know what to do to navigate out of it. Okay, and Spirit's sort of giving you suggestions here as well to really just believe in yourself. Yeah, happiness and a successful completion of a project. There's a whole lot of things here that are moving towards you successfully completing something. And not only that, you've just tuned into your own inner sovereignty here, Pisces. So, yeah, keep moving forward. And, yeah, that's a great reading for you. Keep up the great, awesome work. I think we might wrap it up there. And yeah, I look forward to your next reading. In the meantime, have a great day, a fantastic week, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.